my God. No way. No way.
Plane crash, July 27th, 2021.
That video that you just watched was of a twin-engine Bombardier 605 jet crashing at around 180 miles an hour right into the ground in this neighborhood where I'm walking on right now. All 6 people aboard died in the crash. It was the pilots, Thomas Ebaugh, 56, and Alberto Montero de la Rosa, 43 years of age. And then you had 4 passengers, Kevin Kavarnalov, 34, Christine Thomas, and her husband, Ryan, 33 and 38. And you had 62-year-old Jonathan Dunn. So these individuals were flying from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, here to Truckee, California, and they were supposed to land at the Truckee Tahoe Airport, which I want to say is in that direction right over there. So on July 26th of 2021, the plane took off at around 11:45 a.m., leaving the airport in Coeur d'Alene, and it was supposed to be around an hour and about an hour and 45-minute flight over here, and I believe it was supposed to land right at around 1:20, 1:30 p.m., something like that. And these pilots, they had plenty of experience. I mean, the co-pilot, Thomas Ebaugh, he had over 14,000 hours of flight time. And the pilot, Alberto de la Rosa, he had over 5,000 flight hours. If you're not a pilot, because I'm not either. Technically, airline companies, when they're hiring pilots, they, as a rule of thumb, they, depending on the company, on the airline, they would like you to have more than 3,000 hours of flight time before they even consider your application. You might get a smaller airliner that might just look at you if you have over 2,000, but they like the most experienced candidate. So as the plane was coming, from what I understand, because again, I'm not a pilot and I'm not an expert, I'm just basically looking at the story online and telling you guys what happened. So it looks like when the jet was coming in, it was coming in too fast. See, there was 2 runways. There's 2 runways at the airport, and one, they're both perpendicular to each other, and one is longer than the other. Now, I don't know why an airport has a shorter runway than the other. Longer is better in that essence, is my opinion. But I'm sure, really small, those prop planes, the ones that spray the pesticides, I'm sure they don't need much runway to land. But that jet, that was a pretty big plane, and it had 6 people on board, and depending on the configuration of the plane, it can hold up to 18 passengers. So when the plane was coming in, the pilots felt that because of the weight of the jet and the speed that they were coming in, that they were going too fast for the smaller runway, which was their original target. So the pilots, they had basically, I wish I could show an animation to kind of tell you guys what I'm talking about. But basically what they did was, when they, like with my hand, when they turned to go back to make another attempt, the turn was too sharp. And this is just a rumor online, but the pilots might have been pressured to land the plane quickly because maybe one of the passengers was saying that, like they were in a hurry or something like that. That could be a rumor. I'm not sure. Just something pressured them to land quickly. I don't understand it, because when I was flying from Ohio out to Vegas, the pilot had to make a second attempt. And trust and believe, I'm not wanting him to land the plane quickly. I'm wanting him to land the plane because I like my pilots. I like pilots best when they don't crash. You know what I mean? I like experienced pilots. So they basically turned too quick, and the stall warning buzzer siren thing was going on. And both pilots, amazingly enough, I just don't understand why this plane even crashed. Both pilots ignored the stall warnings. And as they were making that steep banked approach, and they felt that it was, too much turn on that approach, they circled back, and for some unknown reason, it stalled. And also, the pilots, looking at the black box, it looks like they improperly deployed those flight spoilers. If you notice, those are the things that when you're on the plane and those little spoilers come up, they use that when they're landing a plane or when they want to slow down, because I guess the air drag over the wing kind of just helps it stop or whatever. So that is what happened. And this is the location of where the plane crashed. It crashed right here, right next to the second hole on the Ponderosa golf course, which is right over here. I'm not really sure, because there's a lot more houses here than I thought. And this crash only happened 2 years ago. And these houses, I mean, it's absolutely, I'm amazed. I'm amazed that the pilots were able to not kill anybody on the ground, because look at all these people are here. That plane could have hit these two houses and everybody in that house would have died. It was a pretty explosive crash, to say the least. I was, so me, when I come here, I always like to look at like clues as to like something that happened here. So they're building 1, 2, 3, looks like 4 or 5 houses right here, right? So let's hope the guys don't say anything to me as I walk on their construction site, because I don't have a hard hat. So obviously 2 years ago this crash happened, and there's going to be no artifacts. I could have probably used a better word than that, but I don't see any wreckage. They would have cleaned that all up. Looky-loos would have came here and got whatever. So I'm looking for like trees that are possibly scorched, some kind of indication that it happened here. I've talked to 3 people, then they all pointed to this location. Locals, it's always good to ask locals. So these are like the only trees that are still here. And I'm trying to look at this one. Now, I don't know if you can tell. This tree is a little scorched, just a little bit. I don't know if you could tell the different color on the camera. I could see it in front of me. It looks like this part of the tree is darker than this side. I don't know if you guys can tell. You can kind of see that line, how it just goes like that, I think you can see it on the screen. Anyways, that could be an indication that there was a fire here. I'm looking at the other trees, and I can't really tell. But that school bus that just passed me, I believe in the video, it almost hit a school bus. So yeah, there's going to be really no evidence of any kind of crash that happened here or whatever. So let me ask that lady something really quickly. Hey, do you know where the second hole is? This is the second hole? Thank you very much. So this is the second hole right here. And of course, this is the plane crash. See, a 4th person that I confirmed with. But there's nothing here to prove it happened other than just what you saw on the news. So I wonder how true it is, because the NTSB just released the investigative report maybe like a few days ago, just by dumb luck. And I've always, these are one of the videos that, when I tell you guys when I'm going live, that I'm going to start doing different kinds of videos that you guys may or may not like. And this is definitely one of them, because I've just always been interested in disaster sites. You know, even when I didn't do YouTube, I was just always wondering, well, what does the neighborhood look like? Can you see anything? Is there any kind of indentations in anything in the ground? You know, I'm looking at the street right here. I don't see anything. Nothing at all. So, well, you can see this power line. You know what? This is pretty blackened. It looks blackened anyways. Or that could be, is that tar or char? Yeah. Yeah, you can see the this power line is charred all the way up. So that'd be another indication that there was a plane crash here. So, you know, listen, kids. Terrible accident. Easily avoided. You know, plane crashes happen. You know, sometimes your plane, you know, it fails. Sometimes pilot error. Whatever. But yeah, just sad. You know, I hate saying stupid things on this channel, but at least it was quick. At least, you know, maybe the passengers didn't know what was taking place or whatever. I mean, who knows? Rest in peace to all the victims of this crash. A needless loss of life. Totally needless. I'm pretty sure when they were getting those stall warnings, they probably heard that before. So this is like, you know how you get like a tornado warning where you live and you're like, tornado ain't, you know, I always see that. That's probably how it is. They always, you know, hear the stall warnings and they're just like, whatever. Easily avoidable. Okay, guys, Lamont at large, always at the scene of the crime. None of my videos that I do will be anywhere but a location of note in the video. Guys, I will see you later. Peace out.